Welcome back, folks. We're rocking and rolling with episode 4 of Agatha All Along. So grab your dancing trousers because we're diving into the episode titled, If I Can't Reach You, Let My Song Teach You. Water, earth, and air. It's been a whole week since we lost our best character in the whole history of the MCU. No, not Trevor Slattery.
I wouldn't go in there for 20 minutes.
Sharon, aka Mrs. Hart.
Wine!
And just when you start getting over the loss, we kick off the episode with Teen digging her grave. I've said it before, but it's so refreshing to see a real built set rather than the CGI overload we get in some films, like the upcoming Snow White. Plus, I bet it's cheaper and it allows the actors to engage with the environment more convincingly.
Not a lot of green screen, not a lot of blue screen, and Matt Shackman, who directed it, wanted there to be not a lot of CGI or... So it felt very practical.
Alice confesses that her mother didn't die on the Witch's Road as we might expect.
She died on tour. Hotel fire.
Meanwhile, the other witches are reluctant to move forward without a replacement for Mrs. Hart, their Green Witch. Enter Teen, who hands Agatha a spell book because, of course, the ultimate witch fanboy has one handy, to help summon a new Green Witch. And with a jaw-dropping entrance, we get Ria Vidal clawing her way out of the ground like something straight out of George A. Romero's Day of the Dead.
What did I do? This was...
Heard you guys were having a party.
She's not just a Green Witch, she's the Green Witch.
Less a green witch, more the Green Witch.
As they find the next house, they're decked out like a 70s rock band, totally nailing the look.
Check me out.
My first thought was Fleetwood Mac, and guess what? There's even a Fleetwood Mac poster in the background. Yay me! Lila then asked Alice if her mum, Lorna Wu, was trying to open the Witch's Road with her concerts. Alice confirms this, saying her fans were essentially her coven. This leads to a private conversation between Agatha and Rio in a recording booth, but Agatha sneakily turns on the mic so the whole coven can hear Rio drop a bombshell.
You get your power, and I get my buddies.
Then we're treated to Teen playing a vinyl copy of the Ballad of the Witch's Road by Alice's mum, Lorna Wu. But it plays backwards, of course, as a little nod to the 60s and 70s when people believed there were satanic messages that were hidden in backwards recordings. Can you believe that?
All right, listen for I live with Satan, exactly. Okay.
As I live with
How many in
Satan.
the audience heard that?
Oh, you're being serious.
Agatha smashes the record, but if you look closely, one of the tracks is titled Red-Headed Woman, possibly hinting to Lorna and a connection to the Scarlet Witch. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that Wanda has gone back in time, but in the Scarlet Witch comic, Wanda walks the Witch's Road and actually meets her mother before she was born, so there's no reason why Lorna and Wanda couldn't have crossed paths at some point. The witches realise they've been cursed by the record. The only way to lift a curse? You guessed it! Play all the instruments around them. It's such a fun, light-hearted moment as they rock out another version of the Ballad of the Witch's Road. And guess what? They just so happen to be note perfect.
Down, down, down the road, down the witch's road, down the witch's road, down.
And with what seems like a real fire and minimal CGI, the scene packs a punch. I mean, it's really great. It's got fire in the background. It looks like real fire. They're really properly acting against it. I mean, who doesn't love a live rock band with pyrotechnics? The curse manifests itself as a demon, which Alice confronts and defeats, but we discover that Teen has been injured. Jen steps up, using her potion powers to heal him, and the group bonds over stories. Now, this is a good part. It's not like lazy exposition stuffed into the first episode. Instead, we've had time to connect with the characters over 4 episodes, so it feels earned when they bond, and we get to learn a bit more about them. As we near the end of the episode, Ria drops another revelation. Teen isn't Agatha's son. Agatha actually looks generally shaken by this, but come on. We all know that's way too obvious. Team's probably, as I keep saying, Mephisto. I've been saying it for 3 videos now, so fingers crossed I'm right. Otherwise I'm going to look like a right doofus.
Doofus!
All in all, I absolutely love this episode. It's probably my favourite episode so far. It was pure, silly fun, and it reminded me a bit of Glee, another show I enjoyed and watched religiously.
Your gaming bell. I pity the fool that falls in love with you.
Even though this was like another escape room episode, there was a lot of substance in there. There was a lot of plot that pushed the narrative forward. But what about you? Did it hit the right notes with you? Did it tickle your ivories? Or was it more like an awkward school recorder concert? Let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe as it helps me create more content. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, stay magical.